C2PA is my number one hope at this point. OpenAI has adopted it. Google has adopted it. TikTok has adopted it. Meta is a part of the steering organization. It is a metadata layer that is encrypted and has a cryptographically signed actor involved at every step of the editing process, so you can trace back edits and trace back provenance. So it is a provenance tool, not an authenticity tool. However, in the provenance tool, it does have different codes for different way it was created. So for example, there is a code for AI generated media, then there's a different code for an AI generated edit. So it has different ways to figure this out. This metadata layer is, I think, being ingested by TikTok, but not being used by it, at least not in some publicly known way. The reason that you haven't seen it much is because companies like Apple haven't adopted it yet. But once it hits a point of saturation, that is the plan that has the most momentum at this point.
It doesn't have legs until Apple jumps on. It doesn't have legs until cameras jump on, right? Like what we're talking about especially is this magical place where light hits the sensor, or light hits the celluloid, when reality gets this indexical relationship and leaves behind a remnant of itself. And that's the thing that we go with, right? That represents reality. If it's not happening at that spot, right, you can do anything you want downstream. Right. So the people. So one, it's really only important until Google Pixel and Apple iPhones are on board. And then two, there's going to be a tail on that for 5, 10, 12, 15 years.
It can be cryptographically signed in the editor. So it still can prove provenance, even if it doesn't prove authenticity. Like those are separate things. Nikon has jumped on. They're going to start doing it on their cameras. But I think you're right, Russ. I think using it as a way to prove something is real or not is not what it's for. It's used to identify provenance. Luckily, if the AI vendors, more than just Sora, I actually think that Google did, but they were trying their whole synth ID thing for a little while. Anyway, it is quite likely that we will have better provenance and authenticity data from the AI companies specifically. And then we hope that, cameras start adopting it